All right, guys, thanks for tuning in again to another little gun review. Although I'm not really going to do review specs and all that, I just kind of want to show this to you. This is a family member's, and I guess some light better here. Um, and then basically they gave it to me to go through it and to check it out and inspect it and stuff because somebody's going to be basically kind of learning fundamentals with firearms with this gun. So, I offered to go through it and clean it up. And to my surprise, it's actually in really good shape. So, this is the box that it came in, whoever they got it from. I don't think this is the original box. But inside, what we have is a safe. The light's going probably. Sundance. Sundance Industry. And it's in caliber 25 ACP. Okay, and at first when they said that they had this, I told them, I was like, I know a guy that has some of the Ravens, and we can get a Raven and rebuild it because these didn't have as good as name as the Raven. But to my surprise, once I got my hands on this is actually really fine piece, a really fine example of this gun. There's not a scratch on this gun, and with a little bit of polish, with some flits, hand polish, this is going to be a really nice gun. And so, a little different than the Raven, you actually have a push button magazine catch, and the interior of this gun, which I'll go over breakdown. The interior of this gun, it looked like it's never been shot. And the only thing that looks like it's not going to be compatible with the Raven, the main reason why I wanted them to kind of get a Raven was because with Phoenix Arms, when they took over, they made a bunch of parts for the Raven. So you can rebuild your Raven if you have one. Okay, but the firing pin's the same, recoil spring's the same, retainer, which you don't have to worry about a retainer, and the magazines are not the same. Other than that, your recoil spring, we can put a new recoil spring in it, get a new firing pin. The only difference is the back end of the firing pin you'll have to break off. But other than that, I mean, the gun can be rebuilt from my surprise. So, takedown on this gun is going to be the same. Take it off safe, check the weapon for clear, point in safe direction, pull trigger. And you got your detent here, your retainer, that you got to push in. And then at the same time, you're going to pull up on the slide, bring it forward, okay? And come on, there we go. And yeah, I mean, look at that. Now, my only concern is there's not an inserted piece of metal here. Like on your Ravens and like the high points and stuff that are pot metal, they insert a metal sleeve, and you'll usually be able to see it in the casting where basically the breech face is a steel. I'm not seeing that. So basically what I did, I just went through and took all the rough edges, deburred the firing pin hole. I pulled the extractor out and gave it a little different angle and also made it a little more positive. Your frame here, it looks like it has a nice feed ramp going in. The sear and everything looks to be the same as what's on your Raven. And there actually is halfway decent rifling in it. Okay, so yeah, this is just a look. And here's the major thing, okay? I get a lot of people ask, well, why do you like the little mouse guns and like the Saturday night specials and the high points? Why do you waste your time, man, with these little cheap guns? My answer to that is liberty. That's why. Okay, this is a prime example, and I'll go ahead and I'll reel in Big Brother here. Okay, this one's mine. This one's not. Okay, liberty. Damn it, this is America. Okay, and this company is a prime example of liberals destroying or going after gun enthusiast people or people just trying to defend themselves with these gun control acts. These guns were run out of business because they were cheap, inexpensive guns that were built for the masses. They were built for the poor, the poverty. Okay, they were built for those people that still have the right to protect themselves. Okay, now, yeah, granted, these guns got a bad rap because they were cheap. Okay, you could buy one, you could go do work and dump it. But any gun can be that. Any gun on the street is going to be cheap. Okay, but this is a prime example, and if anybody knows anything about gun control, the first gun control act came right after the slaves were free here in America. Okay, and that's because they had a bunch of pissed off slaves that are now free men that can own firearms. That was not good. Okay, that was not good for everybody. So they tried to do gun control act basically at that point in time, and this is a prime example of history repeats itself. Okay, these guns were fine in their hands. Uh, the lower poverty end of people. Okay, um, maybe there was a certain type of ethnic group that were owning these guns, but excuse my language. So what? Okay, those people have the right to defend themselves. No matter race, religion, any kind of beliefs, and no matter how much you make and how much your income is, you have the right to defend yourself. And they went after these company because, just like what ran them out of company was because a 16 or 17-year-old, which isn't even old enough to own a handgun, had a Brico 380 and was trying to clear the gun, and he probably had his finger on the trigger. Okay, and he shot his little cousin or whatnot in the freaking neck and paralyzed him. Okay, and they went after the company and sued him for that. Okay, well, I say, hey, the kid has no proper training. He ain't even old enough to own a freaking gun, a handgun for that matter. And he accidentally shot his cousin in the neck and paralyzed him. I say, well, shame on you. Okay, I mean, and shame on your parents and shame on whoever is your guardian that basically wasn't watching over this kid and ended up having a gun in his hand. Okay, so it just really irks me when I hear the story about the Bricos and the Ravens and stuff, because I don't think that these guns were intended to get the rap that they have. I think that they were made for somebody because they are reliable. I think they were just made for somebody that just didn't have enough money, man. That didn't really plan on going putting a bunch of rounds through the gun. Okay, they were going to shoot it a couple times, just kind of see how it felt, maybe see where point of aim was. They were going to keep it in a sock drawer or keep it in their pocket or underneath the seat of their car or something like that, just in case they had to go through a bad neighborhood. And this company got a bad rep and got sued and sued and sued. And I'll tell you the main reason why, because they were in California. If this company would have been another company that was based somewhere else, I don't think they would have lost their business rights, because Phoenix Arms basically is Raven, okay? And Jimenez or however you want to pronounce it, that was freaking Jennings, okay? And they got smart towards the end. They moved. They're still in business today, okay? That tells you anything. Okay, look at High Point. Look at Cobra. Okay, they're making cheap, inexpensive guns for the masses as well. It's no different than these guns. Okay, and actually, those guns are even more dangerous because they shoot a bigger caliber. They're still in business. So what's the deal? The deal is that they were made in freaking California. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Phoenix Arms still is in California. But they throw a bunch of safeties on it. It makes them happy. So anyway, reel this out. So there it is. There's a little look. You got to hear me bitch a little bit, but you know, it does. It just really makes me mad because, you know, like when I look at these guns, you know, first thing I think of is, you know, basically somebody that's my grandpa's age now or whatnot, and they were just, you know, looking for something to just protect themselves with. You know what I mean? And not so much of, you know, the gangster gun or the, you know, the Saturday Night Special. You know, that was a term made up. Saturday Night Special, no different than freaking assault rifle. It is not a thing. It is something made up by CNN and the liberal fucking, you know, left wing fucking side of things. It was made up. There is no such thing as a Saturday Night Special. They made that up to sound evil, to get all the people that know nothing about guns to start thinking guns were evil. And that's it. So, once again, guys, thanks for watching. Sorry about the rant there, but you know, I think everybody, you know, if you find a fine example of one of these, I say, you know, purchase it. Take it home, clean it up, make it feel special because, you know, this is a part of American history. It was an American company. And, you know, if you're against gun control, then you should own one of these. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit like, all the good stuff. Thanks.